Okay, good evening everybody. Now it's time for a DVD and Blu-ray update for today, for December 8th, 2022. Taking a second update this week, as I promised you earlier at the end of the last video. Oh, I'm actually going to start with a Blu-ray since there is some Christmas stuff in here. And we'll start with the Blu-ray of How the Grinch Stole Christmas, the original 1966 special. Here's the spine and the back. All mean, all green. It's the ultimate edition of the holiday classic. Also, it's got the Grinch is the Cat in the Hat, and Halloween is Grinch Night as well. It's got all the other features. A lot of them are from the DVD version that I also have. And this Blu-ray is also sealed. Hold on here for a second. Okay, there we go. Now the Blu-ray is opened up now, taking the seal off. Yep, same thing. Open this up. There are two discs in here. Here's the DVD. And here is the Blu-ray disc. Since it is the Ultimate Edition, so again, always nice to have another classic. Got this at Target in Salem. So, again, Grinch still a great classic. I know I'll be watching that again soon. No doubt about it. The other Blu-ray was also Christmas, but I will show that more near the end of this update. For now, though, next up we've got the complete series of The Nanny, starring Fran Drescher in her signature television role. It was quite a transition to television after doing a couple movies in the 80s, including playing Bobby Fleckman in This Is Spinal Tap, and of course Pamela Finkelstein in UHF. Here's the side and the back. Fantastic. 146 episodes, 18 discs. Here's seasons 1, 2, and 3. Don't worry about that. These are all the episodes, and these are all the discs. There's so many, I probably won't be able to show them all. It's just too many to fit in one. So that's that. And now we have seasons 4, 5, and 6. Since the show premiered in television in 1993 and ran till 1999. Spine and the back. These are all the episodes, all the discs. Sorry about that here. There we go. And as you know, in terms of what sorry about that. Okay, sorry about that, folks. In terms of what Fran Drescher is doing now these days, she recently was president of SAG-AFTRA. That's the Screen Actors Guild. So, there you go with that. I don't really have that much to say, but The Nanny is still a great 90s television comedy, so if you're a big Fran Drescher fan, this may be for you. And next up is another Christmas movie. This one is The Holiday. from this movie from 2006, starring Cameron Diaz, Kate Winslet, Jude Law, and Jack Black. Jack was recently on this past Tuesday night's Celebrity Wheel of Fortune, by the way. Made it to the bonus round both times. Here's the spine and the back. And it says, heartwarming, funny, and totally charming is stated by Mark S. Allen of CBS CW Television Group. It's quite an interesting film. How to spend what you call having 2 Americans and 2 Brits in there. And here's the disc with the movie. You see the left side having Kate and Jack as their characters, and the right side having Cameron and Jude as their characters. So, also directed by Nancy Meyers, who directed the films What Women Want and Something's Gotta Give. So, if you want to see this film about the holiday in terms of what it is and holidays in Christmas in the US and UK, this is one of those movies. Going back to the television side now, we have The Simpsons Christmas, and it has 5 Christmas episodes of The Simpsons. Here's the spine and the back. And yep, it's got all, including that very first one, Simpsons Roasting on an Open Fire. That's the one where the Simpsons got Santa's Little Helper as their Christmas gift. Because that dog placed last in the Greyhound race, but he wanted to, but eventually the Simpsons got him, and he's remained part of the Simpsons family ever since then. Anyway, and here's the disc. It's on it's wrapping paper for artwork on this disc. So, Christmas with the Simpsons, pretty fun. And Simpsons Roasting an Open Fire. Don't forget, if you make it to the end of the episode, you'll hear that funny version of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer here too. So, that's a thing to laugh about. Now, next up, we have Mystery Science Theater 3000, Volume 26, which features the episodes The Corpse Vanishes, Warrior of the Lost World, Santa Claus, and Night of the Blood Beast. Here's the spine and the back. So it's got 2 Joel episodes and 2 Mike episodes. All these episodes have Trace Bolilio playing Dr. Clayton Forrester, since they're all from the Comedy Central era. And see, those are all the posters. You don't need to see that. First is The Corpse Vanishes. Here's that disc. Then we have Warrior of the Lost World, the first episode of the 5th season produced, but second one aired. And Season 5, as we know, marked the beginning of the end for Joel. Since, you remember, he left the series after Mitchell aired. And next up, Santa Claus. This is Mike Nelson's Christmas episode. Oh, I did watch that a while ago. This is also based on uses K. Gordon Murray's adaptation of the movie. Since Frank always called it's a stupid Mexican kids movie! And indeed there are kids, isn't that? Since Mexico is a primary setting. This film originally came out in 1959 and did have Mexico as the primary setting, so it originally was in Spanish, but K. Gordon Murray made it in English language dub. Here we go. And here's the disc. The host segments in that episode are fun, including caroling ending in disaster, Mike and the Bots forming a band called Santa Claus and singing Whispering Christmas Warrior. And then later on, when they sing another song with the politically correct Merry Christmas If That's Okay, an instrumental version of the latter song plays over the end credits instead of Mighty Science Theater. So there you go. And finally, Night of the Blood Beast. This is unique. There were 2 versions of this episode. The riffing is the same. One that had regular or standard host segments. That was the second version. The first version originally aired on Thanksgiving Day of 1995, and and was the last episode of that Turkey Day Marathon that year. The last ever Turkey Day Marathon for Comedy Central. And the last Turkey Day Marathon in particular until 2013. It would also be the last one that was ever hosted by Dr. Forrester. All Turkey Day Marathons since 2013 have, much of them primarily have had Joel be primarily the host. Anyway, I'll show you the disc. This episode also contains the musical short film Once Upon a Honeymoon it has the one with all that wishing song, even that has all those telephones in there. So that's quite fun, quite a fun thing. So, if you really like shows with bad movies and want to see another horrible Christmas movie too, then this is recommended. Santa Claus still is fun, but in terms of MST3K Christmas episodes and host segments, still obviously prefer Santa Claus Conquers the Martians a little bit better, because nothing beats the riffing in that and having that iconic song about having a Patrick Swayze Christmas. Haha. Anyway, that's basically that. And I'm going to make this update video be in 2 parts, so that's going to be the end for part 1 for now. Stay tuned for part 2.